Page 14 or 46, third line from the bottom. He gole, 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 na. Obros, obros, gavi, bala. Sukkot, Sukkot, Shlomecha. He gole, 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 na. Obros, obros, gavi, bala. Sukkot, Sukkot, Shlomecha. He gole, 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 no. Obros, obros, gavi, bala. Sukkot, Sukkot, Shlomecha. Hayya, 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 hayya. Page 15 or 48. Lechu nironin al Adonai, nari al enzur yishenu, nekad mafanav betoda, mizmiron ari alok, yal gadol Arba'im shana akod bedar va'omaharam toye levavem vehem lo yadu derachai Hashem nishbati v'yavli him yavon el menuchati shiru ladonai shir chadam shiru ladonai kol haaretz shiru ladonai baruchu shemo masru meyom leyom yeshuato sabru v'goyim kevodo v'chol ha'amim nifleotav ki gadol Adonai ulal me'od norahu al kol Elohim ki kol Elohei ha'amim melilim va'Adonai shamayim asaf hod behadar lefanav hoz v'tiferet v'migasho havu ladonai mishpechot amim havu ladonai kavod v'hoz havu ladonai kevod shemo sehu mincha uva'holech atzrotav ay Yashtachavul Adonai Behadrat Kodesh Chilu Mipanav Kol HaHaretz Imru Vagoyim Adonai Malach Abtikon Tevel Baharimot Yadinamim Bemei Sharim Yismechu HaShamayim Betagel HaHaretz Ho Yiram Hayam Ho Melo Yalo Sadai Vechol Asher Bo Ay Az Yiranenu Kol Atzeyar Lifnei Adonai Kiva Lishbot HaHaretz Yishbot Zebel Be'etzedek Ve'hamim Be'em Munatoy Yanda Ay Please rise, page 20 or page 54. Mizmor LeDavid, Havul Adonai B'nei Elim, Havul Adonai, Kavod Va'od, Havul Adonai, Kevod Shemo Yishtachavu, Adonai V'Hadrat Kodesh, Kol Adonai Alamayim El HaKavod Hirim Adonai Almayim Rabim Kol Adonai Bakoach Kol Adonai Shover Arazim Korat Halvanon Vayar Kidem Kemo Egele Vanon Mesir Yom Kemo Ben Rahimim Kol Adonai Chotzev Lavodesh Kol Adonai Chotzev Lavodesh Kol Adonai Yachil Midbar Kol Adonai Midbar Kadesh Kol Adonai Yachol El Ayalon Vayecheso Oveyeharon Tatir terura kabel rinatamcha sagveinu tahareinu nora hahana bekoach gedulat yemincha tatir terura kabel rinatamcha Sagveinu tareinu nora hoy ho hay ay ay ara hay ay 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 hay ay 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 ho hay ay ay page 21 or page 56 Lecha dodi ay ay Kala hay pene Shabbat neka Pelham Shamor bezachor bedibur echad hishmi hanu el hamyuchad Adonai Shem Odiferet Veletehila Lecha Dodi Hay Likrat Gala Hay Bene Shabbat Shabbat lechoven el chagihi mekor ha-beracha meirosh mikedem nesu chasof maseh b'machshava techila lecha doidi hay Gala, ay bene Shabbat neka Lecha dodi likrat gala bene Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat gala bene Shabbat nekabela migdash melech ir melucha kumitzehi mitochaha Lecha Rav Lach Shevet Be'emek Habacha V'hu Yachamol Alayichem Lecha Dodi Likrat Kahala B'nei Shabbat Nekabela Hinarim Yafarku Tivartechami al yad ben ishai beit alachmi korvahel nafshigi ala lecha dodi ligrat gahala b'nei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi Doreri, doreri, kiva, ore, ku, ki, ore, 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 shir, da, beri, kivo, da, donayala, birnigala, lecha, dori, ay, 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 li, kratala, ay, 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 pene, Shabbat, ne, kabela, ay, 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 lo tevo shive, lo tikalmi, mati shochachi, umatemi, bach yechesu, anye, yahami, netahir, al tilale, chadodi, chadodi, likrat kala, pene Shabbat, kabela, hayulim shisa, shosai, verachaku kol me, falayich yasis alayich, Elohayich imsos matana, kala, hayle, kadodi, hay, ay, 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 grad kala, hay, ay, 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 pene Shabbat, ne kabela, ay, 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 yaminus all, ay, 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 and ay, 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 take this moment to welcome Dan and Shane and Jody. Dan, as many of you saw, lost his mother this past week at the age of 104, your mother Rosalind. On behalf of the community, let me just say how wonderful it is to have you guys with us, and say Hamakom Yinachem Etchem B'toch Shar Ve'elei Tzion B'Yushalayim. May God comfort you, Dan, and you, Shane, and you, Jody, and all who mourn your mother Rosalind. with those who mourn for Zion and Jerusalem. It's so wonderful to have you with us. We continue with the Psalm for Shabbat, which is on page 23 or page 59. Mizmor Shir Liyom HaShabbat. Sadikata Hamarifra Keres Balvanon Iyom Bebeit Adonai Bechatzrot Eloheinu Yafifu Od Yenuvon Deseva Deshenim Verananim Lehagid Ki Yashar Adonai Suri Velo Ablata Adonai Malach Ilavesh Lavesh Adonai Os Hitazor Ati Gontevel Baltimore Edo Techanem Numel Levet Chana B'Kodesh Adonai Leorech Yamim. This week we observe the Yartzeiton of Dora Minkin Pine, mother of Richard Pine, and also Roger Feinstein and Oscar David, who are memorialized on our board. And of course we recall the loss just this past week of Rosalind Cabin. May their memories and the memories of all those whom we recall be blessings. Mourner's Kaddish is on page 62 or page 24. Yitzgadal v'yitzgadash Shemei Rabbah. Amen. Be'alma divra kirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lamei amaya. Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalal Shmei d'kudsha b'richu le'ila min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei Shalama Rabba min Shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Osei shalom b'mromav hu yasei shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oy, I'm so thirsty. Oy, I was so thirsty. Oy, I was so thirsty.
Why you say that 3 times?
So there's a story I heard about a man in the 50s coming to America from Eastern Europe, and he was learning English, and he had to learn English to come to America, and he had an English class on Monday mornings, and the first day of the class, he goes to the bus station, he's got the class, and he gets to the class, and the teacher says, you know, to give you a little assessment, we want you to spell, just spell out one word for us. And the guy says, okay, give me the word. He says, spell cultivate. Can you spell that? He says, C-U-L-T-I-V-A-T-E. And the teacher says, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Can you use it in a sentence? And the man thinks for a second. He says, sure. Okay, yeah. I was waiting for the bus, and it was 2 cultivates. So I took it. So, here's one about 2 words. This one's about 2 words. So, there's a philosopher. This is a real person named Sidney Morgenbesser. And this is a true story, at least true enough that it made it into much of his obituary. Sidney Morgenbesser was a philosopher, was a rabbinical student in the 1950s at JTS, and he dropped out of rabbinical school, and instead he became a philosopher. And he didn't publish much, but he was sort of a famous wit, Morgan Besser. And one time, it said that Morgan Besser was in a lecture with the great English philosopher of language, J.L. Austin. I should ask Darren to come up and do the accent. I can't do the accent.
You're doing good.
Darren, he says, J.L. Austin says, in English, two negatives make a positive. But there is no language in which two positives make a negative. And Morgan Besser derisively waved his hand and said, yeah. It takes a minute. So before I go to the joke with 3 words, I want to say that one of the, it's the blessing and the curse of having, a brilliant raconteur for a rabbi, that sometimes brilliant raconteurs don't keep careful notes of which stories they've told and which stories they haven't. I think I've told this one before. I also want to say, there's a certain kind of old man. It could apply to an old woman too, but I think of it as an old man. And you hear the same story over and over, and it's either because they don't remember that they told you the story, or it's because they don't care. And either way it is, if I don't remember that I told you the story, well, I don't remember, and if I do remember, and it's true, I told you, well, I actually don't care. All of which is to say, I think that this transition is going to be an easy one for me. I think this is going to be a very natural life transition for me. And so if you've heard this story, I'm sorry, but there's a story about this woman from Great Neck. Pious woman from Great Neck. It's not always Great Neck. Sometimes it's New Jersey, sometimes it's the Upper West Side, but this woman was from Great Neck. And, she's in her late 50s, early 60s, and she's decided that she just has to go to see this certain guru in Bangladesh. There's a certain guru, and she's got to go. And she's not a person of great means, but she's beloved in the community, and the community takes up a collection. And they buy her a plane ticket, and they get her all the stuff. They rent her a Sherpa, and they get her all the stuff she needs to hike up into the Himalayas in Bangladesh. Are the Himalayas in Bangladesh? I think there are mountains in Bangladesh, and she hikes up to this. What's that? Nepal. Okay. Nepal. That's where she was going. She didn't know. She got there. She's like, wait a minute. The guru's in Nepal. Okay. So she drags along the Sherpa, who's amused. And she goes up and she hikes up and spends a long time hiking up there. And she gets to the monastery, and she knocks on the door, and, one of the monks comes out and, just looks at her. And she says, well, I'd like to see the guru. And the monk says, you can't just see the guru. I mean, he's a busy man. He meditates all day long every day. He says, please, I've come all this way to see the guru. I just got to see the guru. He says, well, the guru has made a vow. He can only hear 3 words a day, just 3 words. And she says, okay, 3 words is enough. And she goes into the room with the guru, and there's incense burning, and the guru's, oh, everyone give me an oh, oh. And she goes with the guru, and she says, Moshe, come home. So we know from Shlomo HaMelech that Hachut HaMishulash lo bimheira yinateh. The threefold cord is not easily broken. 1, 2, 3, and it can't be broken. And it's true that a lot of good Jewish things come in threes. We got Torah and Avodah and Gemilut Chasadim. Torah, worship, and acts of loving kindness, which according to Shimon HaTzadik is what the world rests upon. We also have right? We also have justice, truth, and peace, which according to Shimon ben Gamliel, that's what the world rests on. And we got 3 people in a Beit Din, and we got 3 people to bench publicly, and we got Shalosh Shitufim B'Bnei Adam, 3 people are partners in creating a human being, 2 parents and a Kadosh Baruch Hu. And we got Hamantashin, and we got La Kova Sheli, Shalosh Pinot, Shalosh Pinot, La Kova Sheli, Lulo Hayu, Shalosh Pinot, Lo Hayazeha Kova Sheli. We got Haman's hat, which is Haman is not a good thing, but his hat is a good thing. Why is his hat a good thing? His hat is a good thing because his hat makes us smile, and his hat makes us laugh. And it is an extraordinary thing that wherever you were in the Jewish world, probably, the last normal feeling thing you did was come together to laugh for Purim 2 years ago. And it is an extraordinary thing that, God willing, the first normal thing we're going to get to do all together is come together and laugh. Jews have known from Moshe Rabbeinu to Maimonides to Morgenbesser that laughter is very, very serious business. And we need it. And some of you, many of you, I see a lot. And some of you I've seen less frequently. And I have a line in my thing here. Some of you I'm seeing for the first time, but that's actually not true. I'm looking around the room. I actually don't think that's true this time. Oh, yes it is. And some of you I am seeing here for the first time, though I know it's not the first time many others are seeing. And I just want to say, whatever you've done over this time of trial and this time of wandering without getting anywhere, and this time of isolation and scarce laughter, wherever you've been, I want to remind you that this is a place of laughter and this is a place of joy. And it is time to listen to your rabbi when he tells you, please come home. Please come home. And I also want to promise you, that because you are here right now, you already are. You already are. Who's on page 6428.
Right, the rabbi's a tough act to follow, but what do you call a magician who's lost his magic? Oh, you ruined it. Okay. Wait, don't say it. What do you call a magician who's lost his magic? Ian. And with that, while you think about it, you're going to start laughing while I say. Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Hamevorach leolam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam
Baruch atah
va'ed. ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב הרבים. ואהבתך ואל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד.
ואהבת
Adonai Elohechem Emet. Page 32, Emet. ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה ובני ישראל לך אנו שירה בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם מי כמוך האלים אדוני מי כמוך נדר בקודש נורא תהילות עושה מלכותך ראו בניך בוים לפני משה זה לי אנו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני ישראל אשגיבנו אדוני אלוהינו שלום. ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ושלום מעתה ועד עולם ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך ברוך אתה אדוני הפורש סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים. Page 34. ושמרו בני ישראל Shabbat לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם איי 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 ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת וינפש יתגדל ויתקדש שם רבה ועלמד ורק ירצה וימליך מלכותי בחייך וביומך ובחיי כל בית ישראל בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו יש מרבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמיה יתברך וישתבח Vitpa'ar, vitromam, vitnase, vitadar, vitale, vitalal, shem medikurisha, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'olam ve'imeru. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Ki atahu Melech Adon Lechol HaShalom. Ki atahu Melech Adon Lechol HaShalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. V'tov b'necha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam.
Kaddish Shalem is page 48.
יתגדל ויקדש שמי רבה.
אמן.
ילמד דברך ידעתי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון ובמכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל. בעגלה וזמן קריב ואימרו.
אמן.
יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי לקודשה. ברך ולעילא מכל ברכתה ושירתה תשבחתה ונחמתה תאמירן בעלמא ואימרו.
אמן.
תגבר צלחון ובהון דכל ישראל כל מו והון די ושמיה ואימרו.
אמן.
יהי שלמה רבה מן שמי וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואימרו. הוא עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואימרו. Oh, we're gonna do it. Oh, sorry, that's right. We're gonna do it. Aleinu on page 51. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol l'tzeit gedula l'yotzer reshit shelo asanu kegoyei ha'aratzot velo samanu k'mishmekot ha'adama shelo sam chelkeinu kahem וגורלנו ככל המונם ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ ומושב יקרו בשמיים עם העם ושכינתו זו בגב מרומים הוא אלוהינו אחד אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו ככתוב בתורתו ידעת
היום וידעת היום והשבותה אל לבבך כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל ועל הארץ מתחתנו ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו Kaddish Yatom Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash Shemei Rabbah. Ve'alma divara kirute v'yamlich malchute. V'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chaye dechol beit Yisrael. V'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imeru. Amen. Yehi Shemei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'le'amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar, v'yit'aleh, v'yithalal, shemei dekudesha. Brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imeru. Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imeru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'imromab, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imeru. Amen. Shirkoach. Yashir to our cantorial intern, Lori Weber, for davening a beautiful Mariv. Good Shabbos to everyone. It is my pleasure to invite up our president, Dr. David Haft, to make the announcements. Before I do, I just want to thank David for the first time tonight, though not the last, for sponsoring this dinner. It really is a wonderful and important contribution to this community. So David and Jacqueline, thank you so much for sponsoring this. Sorry, I did not mean to not include.
Shabbat shalom, everyone. I'm very happy to see you all here. I hope you're really hungry. You look hungry, too. Okay. First off, we have the Kiddush sponsors for tomorrow, and that is Richard Kramer and Jane Gavin, who I don't know.
My mother-in-law and father-in-law.
Thank you very much. If anybody else would like to sponsor one, please contact me. Either Andrea Rothberg or Julia in the office, and we can make it happen for you too. Okay, we have a Purim Carnival that is on Sunday, 10 to 12, and there should be a lot of games for all ages. You're looking a little critical here. Okay, and there's a costume parade too, and we'll have some prizes. And Lori Weber, who you've just met here, is going to have what's called a Cantorial Practicum, and that is on Monday, March 14th at 12:10 to 12:50. And you can find a link to that on our virtual streaming and virtual links communication, which is released on Monday.
Talk to me if you want to know what it is. I get it.
All right, you'll explain it.
Yeah, I'll explain it.
Okay, and we have adult education, of course, and Rabbi Resnick is teaching class on Tuesday evening, starting at 7:30. This is in person, and we're discussing the life and the myth of King David. So it's actually very, very interesting, in fact. Get a whole new idea of who King David really was. And also on Wednesdays at noon, this is on Zoom, and this, I think, is with Lori?
Back to the rabbi.
That's the rabbi.
Back to your usual programming.
Okay. We're going to be discussing Ancient Rabbinic Law as redacted from the oral tradition around 200 CC, which I guess is the Mishnah.
The Mishnah, yeah.
Yes, the Mishnah. And next Wednesday evening at 7:45, we're going to be reading the Megillah By the way, it is a sin to miss any part of the Megillah. You have to hear the whole Megillah. All right, so don't want any of you sinning. I know. Maybe we'll put out,
It's a mitzvah to hear
maybe
them.
we'll put out a little food and some wine and beer, and you'll get into it, okay? And so that's very important. And we have Jenny Lebens. It's hard to pronounce sometimes if you read it. Lebens is easy. Who can do it in multiple voices. So that's a lot of fun. And then we're going to have a preview by members of the PJC Players of the play The Producers, which is coming, that's coming on the 20th. So also we have a soup kitchen. I don't see the Goldenbergs here, but a soup kitchen, the CSA Soup Kitchen is next Thursday, the 17th. You're supposed to, if you want to participate, you have to provide meatballs and meat sauce, 2 boxes of pasta, and cake. Can't compete with a kid show. Okay, and contact Jill Goldenberg or Barry Goldenberg, and they can help you with that. And as I mentioned, the spring play is on the 20th at 3 p.m. here. You can buy tickets. And it's considered a mature show because it's written by Mel Brooks. So we don't allow anyone under 50 to come. And we also have the March Book Group, which is on Sunday the 27th at 11 a.m. via Zoom. And we're discussing America's Jewish Women, A History from Colonial Times to Today by Pamela Nardell. And for more information, contact Barbara Saunders Adams. Now, public service announcement. When we're finished here, I want a few strong men or women to get up, and we're going to put the divider into its storage space so we can open up the room and spread out the tables a little bit. So if you're not planning to do that, sort of stay here in this room. If you want to help, we'll go out and we'll start moving the dividers.
One quick announcement. One just announcement of that. If we get like just 4 volunteers to do that, 4 or 5 volunteers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. And then if some of us, it would be helpful if some of us could go out there and sing. We're going to sing a song and keep warm for like 5 minutes, and that way we'll get to eat faster and it'll be less. So just kind of follow me. If you're not one of those 5 people and you can brave the bitter 47-degree weather, come out there for a few minutes.
Okay.
All right.
Do we got the choreography all right here?
Yeah.
All right. Shabbat Shalom and Bon Appetit. Thank you.
Hey, Shabbat Shalom. Hey, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Hey, Shabbat Shalom. Hey, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Bim bam, bim bam. The New Year's born.